Hello, everybody. I'm here to talk about youth on the winning side. Jehovah Shammah, the Lord is here. Yeah, Jehovah Shammah. Yeah, I didn't come to sing. I came to talk about youth on the winning side. And I'm going to bring up the young man who wrote this song and did the special arrangement of his song just for me. Yeah, and I'm going to bring him up now. It's Pastor James J. White III, James Harris White III. We affectionately called him Jay. Here he comes, y'all.
Hello,
Yeah,
everybody.
I'm gonna fade that on. I tell you, when he penned that one, he penned a good one, and it has
Oh,
been around for a minute.
thank you
And he
very
thought
much.
so nicely of me to let me do it.
Listen, that's an honor. Thank you for even accepting it, for real. So, grateful for you putting your Ivanisms on it, and and as well. So I'm proud of you, proud of everybody who's participated in that, and grateful, very grateful for sure.
Well, I'm so glad you came on with us, with me, for Youth on the Winning Side. Something that is
Yeah,
not a strange, anything strange for you because you grew up in Youth on the Winning Side,
for
and we are
sure.
so glad. This is 35 years. So you do the
Wow.
math. So how old were you when you began?
I was 13 when
13.
I was the first one. Yes.
Okay. So y'all do the
Yeah.
math. If this 35 years, well, we skipped a year with that pandemic. So you can do the math. The math is mathing. And he still
Yeah.
looks good. He's still young.
Well, thank you. I stopped at 29, so I've just been repeating 29 for the last couple of years here.
I heard that. Hey, Vet. Silly is tuned in to us. Yeah, but
Cool.
it's so wonderful to have you. Jay is coming in, Pastor Jay. He's a pastor of New Identity Church there in Texas. And you got to tune in to him. It's a
Uh,
marvelous service. Yeah, just
oh,
so I usually have to just go back and listen again because I'm in so many places. But hey, whether you
yes, you are.
get it live or you do it later, that is all
Yeah.
good. But coming in for us for our sneaker ball for the 35th reunion, and it is just so wonderful because we're going to have fun, we're going to dance, eat food and
Yeah.
fellowship, and then for the last part of it we're going to have a big choir room. Elaborate
Hey,
on that
now.
for elaborate on that.
I'm looking forward to it. Listen, we can't have Youth on the Winning Side and a reunion of Youth on the Winning Side participants and we not sing, you know? So I'm proud. I tell people all over the world anytime that I'm involved in anything where I came up. And I came up through Youth on the Winning Side as a teenager in middle school and then through high school and then became a clinician once I graduated from high school and then going on it even so much as bringing my children through it. So I have been always a huge advocate of Youth on the Winning Side, and I would tell anybody some of the best singers in the world are in the Gulf Coast. All right. And I'm in Houston, and Houston tries to claim the Gulf Coast, but we know the Gulf Coast starts where the Gulf is. Okay. So it starts where Mobile Bay is. Thank you very much. So I'm always shouting out Mobile. I love Mobile and the history of some of the best musicians, best singers. And I'm talking with one of them right now. You know, some of the best groups in the world, and I'm excited to see my friends again, see my family members, my cousins. You know, folks who came up with me at Youth on the One Side. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a big choir rehearsal. All right, we're gonna do a workshop, basically a 1 day workshop, and we're gonna try to span just a little bit of the history of the 35 years that Youth on the Winning Side has been in existence. We'll bring out about some songs from yesteryear and maybe some surprises with that as well. So I need to see you. I know this. I know there's still some sopranos left in the world. Some real,
Oh yeah.
true sopranos still exist, and I want to hear you. We want to say now everybody's gonna be in the tenor section. We are rebuking that. All right, we're not about to have We're not about to have 100 women in the tenor section because y'all lazy. No, we're not doing that. So we're gonna sing and sing together, have some fun, and enjoy. I'm looking forward to it.
Okay, well, we are too, and we got some of our Youth on the Winning Side alum musicians going to come. And look, there's a whole lot of them there. They get off on and off the keys, and hey, we'll trade out on the drums, and we'll pass the mic to all those singers. Say, we just have a good time.
Listen, that's how I came up. I specifically remember the third year of Youth on the Winning Side, and we had 30 drummers. I will never forget that. We had dudes came in there with their stick bags and their own snare, and that's back when we had a full program that we did during the workshop. So it wasn't just for the concert, but I remember Lord I Yield. I still remember the whole Lord I Yield situation. Wow. So we had a script, and there were songs inside of the script, and so a drummer would just want to play one of those songs. Maybe it was like a minute and a half, so we were rotating people out. I loved it. I miss that. I miss that when people, just they valued the opportunity to serve with their gifts in church and in some type of capacity. I miss that. Now we don't do that anymore. We just hire people, and you already have to be developed before you can serve. So I appreciate training grounds like Youth on the Winning Side that allowed us to learn and grow. I'll never forget that.
I tell you, and so many churches came to us. Y'all got some more keyboardists, organists, drummers, and they were shocked at Youth on the Winning Side getting musicians. And but you've got to train them. You got to, and it's a struggle training. But hey, when you put them next to mentors and they're in that atmosphere and environment of learning and wanting to do better, and see others who may be the same age or even younger, who are really going at it hard. It's inspiration to do better and practice your craft. Yeah. And God,
that's why I'm my inspiration. But watching, because there were different levels to it, right?
Yes.
So we know when it was time for the songs to be played, you watch Daryl Houston and Derek Kostarfin and Adrian Fowler. I'm watching these guys play. Big Earl, shout out to Earl, rest in peace, Earl. And I'm watching these guys play, and I'm like, okay, I want to play on that level. I just don't want to play, a little devotional song. I want to play to a high level, So I really didn't start playing piano until I was 15. I really didn't start. I was tinkering around with it, but this Youth on the Winning Side that, started getting me developing an ear, a musician's ear, and I wanted to learn how to play, and so that environment was everything for me, everything.
And I remember when you started out running the bass line. I remember that. You learned to run the bass line, and then the right hand just had to yield. Hit it. Come on.
Listen, my right arm is only here so I don't look deformed. All right. I'm so left-handed, it's a shame. Okay. I'm all left. And so that's all I had. So I'm playing key bass because that's all I learned bass lines really quick. But I couldn't play chords yet. Yeah. But I can get in the groove if I can play that, play the bass line with my left. And then y'all brought me in to do it. And so I thought I'm a good key bass player now. You supposed me to play? Yeah. What? So you made me bring that whole 400-pound keyboard, that huge casket. Like
I'm sorry,
that keyboard weighed it weighed like an organ. That's what it weighed like. I felt like I was dragging an organ everywhere, and here I am just playing the left hand. That's all. I'm not touching one chord. I'm just playing the left hand. But
we
you got to start something.
Dino Dino, that thing, boy, I tell you, it's so heavy. I'm so glad to have people tuning in with us. Y'all go and share and get some more people to tune in with us. We're trying to encourage all of our alums and then our still 3 to 25-year-olds who are going to participate for the week of Youth on the Winning Side. That's July the 20th through the 24th. For that 24th with a big concert at the Sanger, but we're starting off with the sneaker ball for our alums, an adult-only event. on the 19th of July. And you can
Yes.
pay your money right there. You see Cash App, the $ YOTWS, Zelle, the phone number 251-422-4754. Or for the 325, you can still register at the YOTWS-NUIMAGE.org. $35 for the kids. Or if you need a little bit more fabric, 2X on $37. Okay. That covers everything. T-shirt, booklet, snacks, all of that. It covers all of that. And for our ones who alums who are going to participate, if you're going to bring, it's going to be you plus your spouse or a date that comes with you. It's $150. That includes the ball, all activities, and a T-shirt. That's 2 tickets, a T-shirt, and 1 T-shirt, and activities for the whole week. If you're coming by yourself, it's $85, include 1 ticket, a T-shirt, and activities all week. If you're coming just for the youth on the winter side, that Monday through Friday, $75. That includes a T-shirt and activities all through the week. If anybody, even the public now, can come to the adult public, can come to the sneaker ball at $60 for 1 ticket.
Okay.
Does not include a T-shirt and nothing else, but that $60 gets you into the sneaker ball. So look, and the Cash App and Zelle is for our adults and alums, and the YOTWS, that's for the children. And you can even pay the children by that. But anybody who's paying by the Zelle or Cash App, make sure you include your name and a phone number so we can get back in touch with you to get all the details. But still, going down memory lane for youth on the side. Man, what do you think? You know, you were a clinician one year. How old were you when you were
Say again?
How old were you when you were a clinician?
The first time that I was a clinician. The first time I was a clinician was 1996. And I had just graduated from John L. LaFleur High School of Communications and Arts. Yes, indeed. And I will never forget, after graduation, you coming to me and asking me, because you think you slick. Okay, you do. You think you slick. So you come up to me and you're like, we're still trying to decide who. No, this is before graduation. You come to me like, we're still trying to decide who we should bring in for Youth on the Winter Side. I kind of want to bring in a fresh face, a couple of fresh faces this year, but I don't want to do too much. But somebody that's got a real grasp for the people. And I remember suggesting to you Craig Hayes, because I had gone to the Gospel Music Workshop with America, and he was always in there with the youth, and it was powerful with the youth. So I suggested Craig Hayes to you, and I remember you saying, "Yeah, that's okay. I'm gonna look him up and say it's okay, but I'm still looking for somebody else too to go along with them, somebody that the people know, So we got to keep it on the home front." And I'm not getting any of these hints whatsoever, because I'm a senior in high school, so I'm not thinking you are thinking about me at all. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think of who else will. I mean, she wants to get somebody local, but who else can do it? And then you finally said, "Look, boy, I want you to be a clinician on Youth on the Winter Side." And man, I was overwhelmed, but I couldn't say no. So I was 18 years old, and I don't know if I'm the youngest to have ever done it. But I was the first young person. I think so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Everybody 18, was 20s. You were 18. Mm-hmm.
That's crazy. Like, I've just learned how to do workshops. Like I'm just, and I remember tagging along with you. Just prior to that, when you were at St. Joseph and you did the adults with St. Joseph, and you brought me in to work with the youth choir there, and I thought like that was heavy for me, and I don't know if that was my test or what. And then you came to me and said to do Youth on the Winter Side, and I was like, wow, just really, I was really stunned. I was really stunned, and I was about to turn it down, and then I remember my mom saying, like, you never know what you can do until you try it. Right. She said she had to believe in you for this, and I'm thinking, at that time we were doing thousands. You know what I mean? Like that was, I'm thinking a thousand kids. Yeah. I mean, 1,000, 1,200, 1,500 kids. And I'm a kid, you know, so I was nervous, but I jumped in with both feet, and I'm grateful for it. I really am. I will never forget that experience. I'll never forget what I learned. I'll never forget the concert. I'll never forget the conversation I had with Nana Hazel after the concert. All of those things. No, I'm serious because Nana Hazel is, the
She's
most
real.
honest person
Mhm.
in the world that God ever created. And she tuned me up a little bit. And I remember feeling bad, but not feeling bad at the same time because I'm like, okay, well, I'm 18. You know what I'm saying? But I remember learning from that. And then y'all invited me to come back. And I said, okay, the next time I do this, I know what I need to do, and how I need to do it. So the next time I did was in 98 when I was 20. But just great. I was just, oh man, so nervous. So nervous because that was the first time we did a concert at the Mobile Civic Center Theater
Mhm.
too. So we went from doing it at churches to Mobile Civic Center Theater, and I'm like, oh my God, this is. But you have, for all of my life, as long as you have known me and I've been a part of your life, you've always thrown me out into the deep, and you've always seen something in me, and always challenged me to come higher. And so I appreciate that. I appreciate you. I appreciate my aunties and Youth on the Wind, my new image, and my sisters and brothers and Youth on the Winter Side. We did this together because they did not have to support me. They could have booed me out of there. They could have been rude to me, but my folks held me down. They did, So Jasmine, Rita, Asia, all of them. They held me down, had my support. They were my section leaders and made sure we were on point. So that's a similar moment in my life. I'll never forget it.
But we're looking forward to it and just encouraging all the alums. Look, if you know somebody who's an alum, tell them to go ahead and get registered
Man.
and paid today. And that's my number. That's the Zelle number. They can text me or call me. Hey, everybody has my number. It's nothing private. So, and
And you had the same number for 50 years.
I've only had one cell phone number my whole life. Never had more than one. Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's how my life is. Constantly, I pay my bills, so you don't have to change numbers. And I don't fight with people. I have to change numbers because folks mad with it.
That's what's up.
I try to walk the straight and narrow. I'm not perfect, but I really try to. So I'm encouraging for my 3 to 25-year-olds. Look, parents of those ones who are younger than when they get up to 17, 18, 19, they can register themselves. But for my babies, get them registered online. If you got any questions, you can email. Lord, I want to say, Jay, how's your foot? Did you see that?
I saw that.
You wrong for that one. You wrong for that. How many years later?
Oh, it's about 30 years later, man. You got to tell them the story because we laughing, and I can laugh about it now, but I was not laughing then. Okay.
We didn't mean to run over your foot.
Yeah. No. Okay. I don't. Okay. So we got to tell the people. All right. So what was it? Pensacola. We were in Pensacola, and you had me dragging that 300-pound keyboard to play bass on. And you're playing keys, I'm playing bass on this big board, and Sweet Pea is playing drums, and I'm playing for y'all, and we're doing a good job, and we're leaving because y'all didn't believe in tarrying long. Praise the Lord. So we're getting out, and I think it was Nana Hazel. Was it Wanda or Nana Hazel that was driving? I don't remember.
I think it was Hazel.
Okay, one of y'all that can't see.
It
may have been. All I know is they were backing up in reverse, and somebody ran over my left foot, and I was in shock. I was in shock. No, it didn't, because I got Flintstone feet, and it was just one foot. Like how did this car strategically run over just one of my feet? I know my feet are big, but good Lord, like what is happening here? Like nobody said, Jay, move out the way. She's backing up, all I feel is this tire roll across my foot, and I'm like, she just ran over my foot. She just ran over my foot, and I just say it like that, like she just ran over my. Y'all didn't hear that crunch sound that just happened. So now I got to ride all the way back home with open foot, with my stinky feet. It's ridiculous. They laughing. They think it's funny.
But Hazel's
nothing's funny about this.
So nobody had to take you to the hospital.
It was swollen.
It was swollen.
It was a swollen foot. I had to put it in ice. Nothing broke, but still, and I'm thinking Sharon. At least Sharon gonna be the one on my side. You know what I'm saying? Somebody be sympathetic towards me or whatever. All of y'all just laughing. Whole crew. I ain't playing for these light skinned women no more. That's what I said. I ain't doing this. I can't stand none of them. Run over my and this was funny to y'all every time y'all saw me. Okay, this is funny anytime anybody. Yes, anytime y'all hit reverse in a car, y'all thought of my foot and just started bawling laughing. Just evil.
Well, look at you today. You're not walking like Clem Cadilla Hopper. So
yeah. I stay away from light-skinned women whenever they drive. That's what I do because I don't want to be no accident. Those are my growing pains. All right, so listen, being on the road with y'all, man.
I tell you, we have some stories to tell. We're so excited to have you coming. We're so excited to have Rogers Christopher Jr., your partner, your
That's
music
right.
writer, and
That's right.
he'll be coming from Chicago to MD for us. So happy to have Bernard Williams coming from Atlanta, Georgia. Yeah, number 2. Bernard
my brother.
2. Yes.
Yeah, man.
So glad to have Tyler N. Allen, Mobile's own. But he got the gold ticket to go to Hollywood. So
love it, man.
Yeah. So look, we
I will never forget speaking to Tyler. Was it 2009 when I did? Because I was a clinician 4 times. I'm grateful for that. And y'all brought me back in 2009, and my children were in Youth on the Winter Side that year. And I remember calling a young kid up to sing a song with me, and he blew everybody away. And that little kid at the time was Tyler Allen. And I think we all knew, like, all right, he's special. All right, this isn't just a kid that's just singing. He's got something on him. He's special, and he songed into it. And I couldn't be prouder of him. I'm glad to play a small part in what was destined for him to become. So proud of you, Tyler, if you're watching. So proud of you. So proud of you. And I laugh at him because he is purposely hilarious as well. But yeah, man. So just a great kid. And you know what? Speaking of Bernard, it's great that Bernard and I have a great relationship because you introduced me to his father.
Yes.
And who Bernard Williams, the late great Bernard Williams, was one of the greatest musicians, great musical minds. Song of composer, director, music minister, just tremendous. And I remember an event where you guys were working together, and I was playing key bass for y'all then. And so I was a key bass man. So so I just appreciate those doors and avenues. And there's so many people who have come through Youth on the Winning Side and just been a blessing. Like, I want to ask you this. I'm going to ask you, because y'all did this without knowing how it was going to turn out, what was going to happen, right? Correct. Back in our day, when youth got together for the summer, it was more like the thing that we do at Sunlight District Auditorium. Right. Remember that? And so, Crusaders and Sunbeams and things of that nature. But this was just about music, and it's like, okay, I don't know if they're going to turn out. How did you feel that first rehearsal?
Oh man, it was amazing. It's just like you didn't even know how to react.
Yeah.
And as the week rolled on, because we didn't do T-shirts that first year,
right?
And 2 years, T-shirts were just optional. but we had 325 kids. We actually have every name of every kid who participated that year
Wow.
on one,
Wow.
on one program. We printed everybody's name. Um, Amazing, and they came with us from church to church to church. The parents were so amazing because they got their kids from one location to the next location to the next location, and
Mm-hmm.
nobody fussed about it.
Mm-hmm.
We might have been out in Pritchard. We might have been over across town, down the bay.
Yeah.
Nobody fussed about it. Everybody just did it.
Yeah.
And the concert was amazing at Revelation. Choir stand
Yeah.
held us all, and it was just amazing. And you just never know what all God has in store. But when you listen to Him for His voice, and you just go on and do it, I tell Him, be like Nike. If He tells you to do it, do it. And
Do it,
however
man.
it turns out, that's the way it's supposed to turn out for that time. Sometimes He
Yeah.
let things just woo you and wow you, and sometimes He makes it where you got to plug at it a little longer, but not that He didn't say. Some things He wants you to toil at a little harder,
Yeah.
more diligently. You just have to listen, hear Him, and you have to spend time with Him daily in the
Yeah.
Word, in
Yeah.
prayer. You can't do anything if you don't have a conversation with somebody.
Right. Right.
And that's your conversation. You got to have a conversation with Him to know what to do, how to do, and when difficult people come around, how to temper yourself. You can't temper anybody else. You temper yourself for the
Yeah.
Holy Spirit to temper that other person. So
Yeah.
all of these things, and that's what we try to pass on to you all, so you could be successful. And the reason why the clinicians always have been young, because we were empowering young people.
Right.
And that was the thing that what frustrated us. Even when we had young people thing, it was always old people over us. And the old people were in charge and they did everything. Or if they gave you a little piece to do, they give you 5 minutes to do it and then tell you to sit down. So we want, and it wasn't enough to train young people what to do. So my thing was empower young people. Don't you stay there and do it till they have to roll you out the church.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
But once you get them, be there, because the young people are going to need your wisdom. They're going to need even your knowledge. They're going to need your encouragement,
Yeah.
because they can, and don't throw them away if they make one mistake, two mistakes.
Right.
Everybody got to
Right.
make mistakes. So you're
Yes.
there. You're the cheerleaders and you're the stabilizers to
Mhm.
help them through. So that's what Youth on the Winning Side is about. And we grew from one big choir to two choirs, then dance step mime, then dance step mime drama, then dance step mime. This year we got gospel DJing. Then we got always have youth musicians and
Mhm.
scholarships. This year we have at least 10 for the ones who are going to college, be first-time college freshmen. So every year it adds on another element of
Yeah.
what we do, and we just thank God for it.
I remember y'all trying to move on from it, pass the torch after year 10. And
Yeah.
I was part of that whole situation too. It was like, okay, I don't know what they think they're going. Okay, but there's still more to do here. And one of the things that I love from the onset, and that has never changed, is that y'all did not do this as a departure from the church, but
No.
this was a gap bridging that was necessary. So much of, and I don't want to disrespect any of the youth programs that I grew up in, but there was such a disconnect for me, because it was almost like we were raised like, okay, wait till you get to be 25 or 30, then all of this is going to make sense to you. Or, wait till you get into your grownness before you can really experience something. So everything we were doing was on like this kiddie level, and then to have interest. And it was older people who are grandparents that were running it with no connection towards us. And so we didn't even though I grew up in church and I was always in church, I didn't have that interest. I was just made to go. And this was one of the few outlets that springboarded this. Oh, I can enjoy this music, and it be catered to a style that I can participate in and appreciate, and I don't have to get involved in fleshly activity during the summer. You know what I'm saying? Like I can look. This is something I can look forward to, and practice and dream about, and then come back to my church with this newfound connection, because I'm learning scripture. I'm not just learning songs, but I'm also learning scripture at Youth on the Winning Side. Hey, we're not just gonna sing and rehearse, but on Thursdays or Wednesdays or Thursdays, we're gonna offer Christ to you. There were there was a staple in it. Okay, we're gonna offer prayer for you because your life is happening right now. You're not, things are happening to you as a middle schooler. Things are happening to you as a high schooler. And you need the hand of God on your life now. You need a touch from the Lord now. So we're not going to wait till you turn 30. You may not have that chance. So, before we sing another song, before we go to a concert, we want your souls to be right. We want you to connect with your Father. And those opportunities were created. I learned more about worship during Youth on the Winning Side. You know what I'm saying? So it was not just this week break for the summer for kids. This was a thing that connected us. And I'm seeing it now. I'm seeing so many pastors and ministers and leaders that have come out of Youth on the Winning Side who experienced something doing those workshops, myself included, experienced something that changed our life more just than the singing and the concert. We had God experiences in Youth on the Winning Side that propelled us to go forward. So these are gap bridges, because now here I am, a pastor of a church with a heart for the same type of people that I was when I got there. So I appreciate it. And yes, and I appreciate the opportunities you give to young leaders, throughout. I want to start calling clinicians names, because I'm going to forget some people. But, if we can't talk about this without talking about Prince Yelder, and how much he contributed to this becoming something. Having him there gave the picture of what it could be. You know what I mean? Right. So here I am learning how to do workshops by studying him. You know what I mean? It's just, this is how you work with children. This is how you command an audience. This is how you get them to be quiet. This is how you get them interested. Things of that nature. Prince was one of the best to ever do it. Yes. And so many. My brother, late great Kevin Lemons, who came through, several times, and that's when we met and connected as brothers, and so many, CQ Color, my guy CQ, there's so many that have come through. Brandon Pear, my brother Brandon. There was always an opportunity that you gave to us to work out our kinks and to learn. Y'all got us together though. Y'all had your way of getting us together. If we weren't doing this the way y'all want us to do it, y'all grab us by our collar and have some come to Jesus meetings, okay? But we needed all of that. There's a great, rich legacy for Youth on the Winning Side. I'm glad to be a part of it.
But thank you so much. And I just wanted, one year, I don't know if you were here that year. One year we had the young ministers. Anybody who thought they had a call on their lives, but they did a 1-minute sermon.
Yes.
And I tell you, those children preached, and when you say that you ain't got the time to say giving honor to God, who's the head of my you say you got to do a 1-minute sermon, and they set the place on fire. And just about every one of those young people who came up, they went into ministry.
See. Yeah,
and they are called, but you have to recognize, but it's up to them to decide. You can't make somebody just because you say they sound like a preacher or they do these things. No, they have to make their own decision with what the Lord's talking to them. Mm-hmm. can't make anybody be something that they're not, because then if you try to do that, it doesn't come out right. It really does not
Right.
come out right. So,
And then also doing it in the right ground too,
yes.
because all of them got support. I would never forget that day. So those kids, because you know how kids can be. Kids
Mm-hmm.
can be ruthless
Yeah.
and ugly, but they got with all of them. That they were there to support all of them. And I'm telling you, you get support like that, because God's gonna do what He does. But when you get support like that from your peers, support like that from
Yes.
people, that pushes you. You know what I'm saying? It makes you want to do more, makes you do greater. So just having an environment like that, this is one of the most selfless organizations, most selfless outfits I have ever been a part of. Everything that you have ever done since 1991 has been for our children. It's been for our youth. It's been for us, not just learning songs, but giving us affirmations that we carry, for the rest of our lives. And I'm telling you, there are times I'm doing things in other places, and I still lean on things that happened to me, and Youth
Yes.
on the Winter Side, still to this day. I remember when I lost my voice at Youth on the Winter Side in front of 1,200 kids, and that was real embarrassing. Oh my God, y'all had me singing "Watch Me" for John P. Key, and I couldn't hit that note, and I went through puberty in front of everybody, and it was real embarrassing, and I did not want to come back. Oh my God.
But you
Um,
learn how to live through that. I always tell somebody, if you sing and you sing for any length of time, you're gonna lose your voice, you're gonna crack, you're gonna forget some lyrics, something else might happen. But you got to
yeah,
learn how to make it. You got to learn how to laugh at yourself and
yeah.
try to do things to learn how to use that bodily support with your diaphragm. Take all the stress from here, from the chest, get it down lower, tighten those butts and all that stuff, and get it all together. And and if and I say, and stop making these choirs sing in Q sharp. Everything can't be
Yes.
too high. Every song is too high. You bring it down, you kill the voices. And I tell my musicians now, bring it down. If you don't bring it down but a half step, sometimes one half step can make the difference.
Yeah.
You know, and it doesn't have to be screaming notes.
Mm.
When we do the chorale, we don't change the keys for those songs, but we teach them. They're singing in head tones. They're singing classical music. They learn to follow the score. So, but for gospel music, which is driving and hard, every song can't be up in that key. So
Mm.
let's try to use some sensibilities with it. And I say, Yvette say, yes, Lord, when you forgot those lyrics and you just start humming, waving your hands, and ooh, Jesus. Yeah. Yeah, so those come. So look, get your children registered, 3 to 25. Go to that website to do it. If you are an alum, you see that Cash App and Zelle information, the YOTWS $ in the 251-422-4754 for Zelle. Or you can text that number if you have any questions. Get registered. Alums, this is it for you, unless you're just going to come to the sneaker ball. But this is it for you with all the training. Hit me up if you need to at that phone number. But for my babies, they can register all the way to the first night on July the 20th. And Jay, we can't wait to see you on the 19th. I know your family wants to see you.
Man, and listen. I want to see my folks at the sneaker ball. Okay, if you
Yeah.
and you thought side with me, in any of those years, come on out, and then I'll do this. Do this for the first 5 people. The next 5 people who say I'm coming to Youth on the Winter Side. I want you for the sneaker ball. Hit me up and tell me what song you want us to do. But you got to be there though. You have to be there. I'm not going to do the song unless I see you there. So if you give me a suggestion about a song you want us to do during the rehearsal part of the sneaker ball, you got to be there for me to do it. And we're going to do it. We're going to have some fun. We're going to
You want to
sing.
inbox you?
Yeah, inbox me and we'll sing the song, but you have to be there for that to happen. And who knows? We may pass the mic around. I don't know. It may just wind up in some unsuspecting people's hands. And you never know. Okay, may make up a song on the spot. Who knows? We're some creative people, right? All right, you never know. Let's do
Yeah.
it. We're gonna have some fun. We have a good time on a Sunday night, and I'm looking forward to seeing you all there. I'm grateful my wife is coming with me, and
Yay.
Yeah, I'm grateful that she went to Murphy, but we're not gonna hold that against her. But so we're looking forward to coming home, and can't wait to see y'all.
Well, it's so good to talk to you, and people just go ahead and get that done. And we're gonna get off of here. I'm so glad you were able to take the time out on a Friday evening to do that. And tell your wife thank you for giving up her space so we can. We won't talk about what else she was doing, but thank you for
We
giving
went
up.
through a whole lot to make this happen, y'all. We went through a whole lot.
And God bless each one of you. If you have questions, text or call. And the email address also, if you want to email, youthonthewinningside@gmail.com. And I think we covered it all. Okay. Love you. See you in a week, a little bit over a week. Okay.
You soon.
All right.